in Anchorage just before midnight last night. What started as a traffic stop ended with a person dead in the Mountain View area. APD Chief Sean Case says in this morning's news conference he was not able to give as many details as usual.
And that's because the video of the incident and the lighting condition, the movement in the video makes the video a little bit less clear than some of the previous videos.
Now, he says in order to get a better picture of what happened, he'll need to wait until after the officers involved say they understand what they saw versus what the video doesn't show. Georgina Fernandez joins us now live from the scene of the shooting.
Rebecca, as you can see behind me, this is a very different sight than we saw late last night. All that police tape and police cars are now gone after APD said it initially responded to a traffic violation that then led to the driver being shot.
Outside smoking, and then I heard a single gunshot. And then within less than 10 seconds, there was a squad car with its lights on coming this way.
That's a witness account from earlier today describing what he heard late last night. Now, we still do not have a lot of details about what triggered officers to shoot, but APD Chief Sean Case confirmed with us today that the two officers who responded to that traffic stop saw a gun in the area of the driver's lap. Case says officers had verbal communication with the people inside the car. APD also confirmed today that there was also a passenger in the car. The officer on the passenger side of the car shot and killed the driver. And a witness on the scene today was Lester Morgan, who lost his stepson, Tyler May, in an officer-involved shooting in late June last year.
I'm going to really kick it into high gear now, holding these guys accountable and get others involved, and that we need to come against these guys. So they're going to keep killing us and without impunity.
And excuse me, that case happened actually in early June last year. Now, Case says we will be hearing more of it the next week in a press conference where we should have more details from both witness interviews as well as police officer interviews. Rebecca?
And so we just heard from a man who lost a loved one in an officer-involved shooting in Anchorage. And the Anchorage Police Department shot more than a dozen people in Anchorage in the last 365 days. Here's a map of those locations. Now, 8 of those people died. Officers in every one of those Anchorage cases was deemed legally justified by the Office of Special Prosecutions. Lauren Maxwell tells us it was exactly a year ago today that Anchorage police shot and killed 34-year-old Christopher Handy outside a Sand Lake apartment complex.
That's right. And Handy's death was the first officer-involved shooting that was captured on APD's new body camera. Even so, there was a lot of controversy about what happened. Listen to what police said initially at a press conference on the day of the shooting, and also what a witness told us she saw at the scene.
The adult male raised the long gun towards the officers.
I never saw him raise the gun. I never saw him charging to the officers, and I never felt like any of us were in imminent danger until the officers started shooting towards our full apartment building.
Now, days after the shooting, that same neighbor released ring cam video footage that showed Handy did not raise his gun at officers, as described. That intensified the calls to release the body cam video from police. And more than 2 months after the shooting, police did release a highly edited version of that body cam video, and eventually the raw video 2 weeks after that. At no time did it show Handy pointing a gun at police.
And Lauren, what is APD's policy on releasing body cam video now?
Well, in general, APD will release the footage within 45 days of a critical incident, although the chief does have discretion to delay that in certain circumstances. And it also states that family members of the person who died can see it before the video is released to the general public.